I didn't do it. The snowman pushed him.
Hey guys, Lexel here.
And I'm Bat Tracy.
For Punk Rock Blues.
It's our 25 Days of Christmas Ultimate Spectacular Telethon Marathon Extravaganza Bash.
It's day 8 and we watched Jack Frost.
The 1997 comedy horror film.
Is it gonna be here?
No, probably not.
Okay.
It's the thumbnail.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's our third Jack Frost movie we've ever done. And we found out that there's a sequel to this one, so we get to do it again next year.
Yeah.
I didn't think Jack Frost would be a franchise we could keep pumping out more than a Santa Claus movie.
Yeah. Who wants to take the story?
I'll take it. But first, are there at least 120 movies about St. Paddy's Day that we can do this for every March just so we can have an excuse to watch all the Leprechauns? How many Leprechaun movies are there? Like 8?
Yeah,
so we need 8 years of March movies. Are there that many? Over 30.
It's the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, do you want to watch that?
Yeah.
A bunch until every year?
Oh, no, I just meant
we need one. Every day of March.
That's one.
So the story is Jack Frost is a serial killer who has murdered 38 people across 11 states, and then he's a cook at a bakery, and he puts body parts in pies, and people find out about it, and they catch him.
Yeah,
and then he gets arrested, and he's put on death row, and he's being transported, but there's a storm, and a truck that has genetic acid hits the transport, and the acid...
What? Fuck.
The transport... So Jack gets out, and then he gets covered in the acid and merges with the snow that's on the ground. Hurt. Yeah, this is going to hurt. He breaks the fourth wall a lot at the start, then never again. But I think the sheriff eventually breaks the fourth wall, too. It's a horror comedy. So then he goes to the town of the sheriff that arrested him.
It's got a lot of laughs
to get revenge because he says that he's going to kill the sheriff and his whole family, but instead he goes after the whole town to make them suffer for this one guy put him away.
Yeah.
That's basically the story.
It is, and then he kills people as a snowman.
Yeah.
This is Shannon Elizabeth's film debut.
Yeah, from all Jane Silent Bob Strike Back and Jane Silent Reboot, and I've seen her in other things, but I can't name them.
Yeah. So, this is definitely a horror comedy.
Yeah.
But I think it's unintentionally funny.
Oh, I thought it was funny.
But I don't know if it's
what's your rating? Sorry.
I don't know. You go first with this one.
I'm going to give this 4 Calling Birds.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think can I give it the full 5? What the hell, 5 golden rings? It's not horrible. It was stupid. It was really funny. And it's like, in movies like these, they're like, they're going to be bad. They're meant to be a little bad. So yeah, who cares? 5 golden rings.
I'm also getting this 5 golden rings.
You asked me within like 3 minutes of the movie starting. So you have 5 already?
Yeah. Because this is the kind of movie I like.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah. Just absolute, real bad movie. Can I tell you what this has on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, you said you had to.
This has a 7%.
Way better than that. This is the kind of movie where it's not incredibly raunchy. At one point, you forgot they even swore in the movie.
Yeah, I was like, is this rated R?
They don't show a lot of the deaths. It's kind of the movie...
Yeah, it's the least gruesome horror film I think I've ever seen.
Here's what I'll say for the...
Very little blood.
For the movie-wise is...
But it's because it had the smallest budget ever. The director said that one movie that he wrote in 1996 or something had a $30 million budget, and this movie was made on that film's catering budget.
Yeah.
So,
this is the kind of movie that if you threw...
There's no nudity either.
This is the kind of movie that if you threw... does butts count for nudity?
No.
No. This is the kind of movie where if you were like throwing a holiday party and you needed something to watch and no one could decide, you throw this on, people are like, I don't like horror. No. It's fine. Like, you just throw this on, people have a laugh.
I also think this could be a really well done movie if it had a better budget.
Yeah.
Because the snowman suit looks terrible.
Yeah, it's the only really bad part, yeah.
But,
it looks better. It also looks nothing like the poster.
Yeah.
The poster looks like a skull head, kind of. And this did not look like that.
The teeth looked really bad.
You're doing that. It's the year before Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, but it's the same plot.
Oh my god, the same plot. And
just not at all.
Yeah, that's also a horror film. Because his dad's a snowman.
Yeah.
But,
he's terrorizing the kids. Remember the snowball scene?
Yeah. Oh. But this was just hilarious. One, there's so many characters.
Didn't that Jack Frost turn out to be bad? Didn't we not like it?
Yeah, we didn't like it.
There are a lot of characters. There's one scene where they name drop 10 people in a sentence.
In one sentence, yeah. But there's just a lot of weird scenes in this. Like, there'll be the scene at the beginning where the sheriff, he lives in this house and he stands up and bonks his head on the light. Yeah. There's also a scene where when he goes to the sheriff's station, the depot, his assistant is smoking a cigarette and blowing the cigarette with a hairdryer. Like, what the...
I wonder if he doesn't like her to smoke indoors. If it's maybe that.
Maybe she's just blowing it away.
Maybe she's using it. She doesn't have a fan.
Also, it's never explained how he killed the guard in the back of the truck.
That's true. That's right at the start of the movie.
Yeah, that's one thing where I was like, how did he do that?
The one thing that I hate in these movies, and I'm sure I've mentioned before, is that he becomes a snowman and it's never explained how easily he figures out his powers, because he just figures them out and kills people.
Yeah, literally, he gets turned into a snowman and then he just like shuffles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Also,
it's the same thing, like, even in Spider-Man 3. How does...
Sandman. Yeah. He's got a daughter. He's allowed to do that stuff.
He has a reason to be doing it.
His daughter's sick.
His daughter is sick.
But
I hope they bring her back in No Way Home. Also, is he gonna fight
my daughter? She's not sick anymore.
No,
I don't have a reason to be doing this.
What if she got healed and then she got blipped? No, because it's a different universe, though.
Yeah.
What I don't know...
You know, sorry, this is totally off topic, but you know what'd be great? Is if whoever the villain is like trying to recruit Sandman and he's like, my daughter, she's not sick. I don't have a reason to be doing this stuff.
Sandman, I wonder how he's gonna play. I've not seen any... I'll say I haven't seen a trailer with sound for No Way Home. I watched the first teaser that came out, but I haven't seen anything since.
I got a spoiler from Eternals because of goddamn Mr. Sunday. But back to Jack Frost.
Well, I just want to say that I hope they make Sandman a good guy because he has the whole turnaround in Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So he better be fighting with him, but maybe it's a new Spider-Man. He
didn't want to team up with Venom, but his daughter, she was sick. He had a reason to be doing it.
So he went after the church guy.
Yeah. I like how in that movie Spider-Man's like, oh, it's fine, your daughter, she's sick. Yeah. You had a reason to be doing this stuff.
I think my favorite scene in any superhero movie ever, or in any movie in general ever, is just a guy that goes into church and demands God to kill someone. It's my favorite thing.
Kill Peter Parker.
Just God, do it. God, do it. Just kill. Just kill. Please. Just kill fucking Peter Parker, not the dialogue. Okay, Jack Frost.
Speaking of God, there's a funny scene in Jack Frost where the one kid goes, touch my finger, touch my knee, pray to God that it's not me.
There's also a scene...
That's when they see the car crash.
Where how does the line go? And he's like... He says, it's Manners, it's Agent Manners talking to Stone, and he's like, we're gonna have to give a blessing to God, and he's like, what are we gonna say? And then he turns
he goes, we're gonna look up to the heavens and say, oh shit. That was pretty good. Agent Manners, asshole. Just a straight up asshole.
Yeah. They call him that.
Immediately, you should have known he wasn't with the FBI. Because he's like, what are you with the FBI or something? He goes, yeah, I guess.
I thought he was with the FBI, but Stone was there helping the investigation. I didn't realize the first scene, because they say that he's with the FBI at the scene.
He never even says investigation, he says operation every time.
But this one, because Stone is in his office.
Yeah.
And I thought that was just, they knew the guy they had a guy that worked in the lab that the chemicals are from. I didn't realize he was also in on it. This movie had a lot of camera angles where it's through the point of view of the dead person.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with however that person got killed. Like, one lady gets wrapped in, she gets choked out by Christmas lights, then wrapped into the tree.
And then so he puts an ornament in her face and crushes it, and then smashes her head into a box of ornaments.
He puts her ornament like this, and then smashes it shut like a nutcracker.
And then he takes, he smashes her head into...
AEW, if you're watching, go watch Jack Frost. It's on Amazon Prime.
Young Bucks, I expect to see that.
Yeah, there's some spots for you. Oh, they probably already have it planned for next month. I mean this month. Yeah. Because we're not filming these early.
Technically it is.
No, it's not yet. We're not yet. We got an hour and a half. Last thing.
I watched our Full Court Miracle video today, and
when's that coming out?
It's out today.
Oh, okay, good.
And I thought it was funny because I said, yeah, that's why I wanted to do this one first, and nobody knows, but which video we filmed secondly, because it's not, it's in no order. But
yeah, happy Hanukkah, guys. Even though Hanukkah by now is over, because it is now. It's the day that this video is coming out.
It's true.
Yeah. So we get
it ends on the 6th, doesn't it? Because it goes from November 28 to the December 6th?
Yeah.
This is 8 days?
Yeah, this is 8 days.
Okay.
This is the 8th day, though. Not of Hanukkah, I'm saying. This is the 8th day of December.
It's already over.
So I'm saying, yes, by now it's over.
Yeah.
I like how in the past we would admit, like, yes, this is filmed the night before, but we don't want to admit how we're, like...
Also, there's a scene right at the opening of the movie.
Yeah.
Jack Frost has a scar on his face.
He has a huge scar on his cheek, and he has, is it his lip or his eyebrow? I think it's his top lip. And then they show the scene where he gets arrested.
No scars.
And he doesn't have scars.
They forgot about it.
So how'd they get the scars?
They forgot about it.
Yeah.
Or the cops roughed him up.
I would love a modern day remake. Like I said, I would cast Donnie from My Name is Earl.
You could definitely remake this.
Yeah.
You could make it a lot better, too.
Yeah.
But honestly, it'd probably be worse.
You don't need to change much.
It'd probably be worse.
You think so?
If they remade it, yeah. I think maybe. Because, like, what makes this movie so great is that it's so bad. Like,
see, I didn't think it was so bad, though.
It's definitely a bad
some
movie.
movies you sit down and watch and you know, like, holy crap, this is bad. It's so good, it's bad.
That's why I say I like bad movies. I don't like boring movies. Boring movies are real bad movies.
Star Wars.
They're so boring where you're like, I can't sit through
Star Wars
this.
Holiday Special, the case says, some movies are so bad it's good. This is not one of those times.
Not one of those. God, that movie's terrible. I don't know if I could even sit through that again.
You don't think so?
Oh, I remember the 10-minute scene.
No, I don't think you can, because in the video for it, you say that some bad things, you know, you can enjoy them because of the situation you're in. And you're like, I'm sitting here in my bedroom with two people that I like to be around, and I had a bad time.
Yeah. And you remember the 10-minute scene where it's just Chewbacca's talking? The Wookiees?
I know, I love it. I really would like you should really rewatch our 25 Days from that, and if you missed that one, go watch that one. When I was watching that back, I was crying laughing at us, because we do a bit where you're like, yeah, the whole time it's just them and there's no subtitles, they're just talking, and then you show the entire scene. I'm just bawling at that scene.
See, yeah, that's like, one thing I can put in, because they're not going to copyright it, because Disney would not care. In no way would Disney ever be like,
of them roaring or whatever. It's so funny.
Because that was like a 30-minute video, wasn't it?
Yeah. It ends with us going up to Dad and asking if...
Like, yeah, and he's like, it's probably the worst thing I've ever seen. Jack Frost, though. It was fun.
Yeah, the one scene that didn't have the POV that I really wanted was one guy gets an axe handle down.
Oh my god, that was so dumb.
Body,
we both, when that happened, we both were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Because we expected him to get an axe to the head like this, but no, it's just the handle.
I really like that they explain it, though, because the doctor is like, there should be marks where it turned to get it lodged in the body, but it went straight down. There's no power.
What's also weird about that is, if it did go straight down his throat, like down like into here, his head would be like, his head would be different, and the axe head would be, but it was angled like it went straight in, so it made no sense. Yeah. But that doesn't, suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, there was one really cool scene that a lot of movies don't do, mainly because you never see on doors, I guess, but the guy gets an ice shard through his shoulder and he gets stuck in the door, but the door is actually cracked open, so in the background, like as he's struggling, you can actually watch the door move. Of doors. And most times when movies do that, they're pinned to a wall, or if it's like a closed door, but this I thought was cool that they kind of put that effect in. Speaking of doors...
There's a scene where Jack Frost turns into a giant snowball and comes down, rolling down the hill and breaks the doors of the church to attack. And later, there's a scene where they're all standing there outside, and you can see two people putting the doors back on the building in the background.
He uses water. He turns into water to get through doorways, but then the last time he does it, he just shoots snow through the doorway. Yeah. So why didn't he just do that every time? It was way quicker for him.
Why didn't he kill everyone with the... And then he grew teeth. This is another thing. So he grew the teeth immediately when he was made.
Well, when the smile was made.
Yeah, and so I was expecting the kid to like be like, I got a prick on my finger or whatever.
I thought he was gonna bite him because he goes back in.
Yeah, but it never happened. And then he didn't use the teeth until like the last kill. Yeah, or the second to last kill. Yeah, the second, because Stone was the last one to die, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what the hell was that house at the end? Because the sheriff walks in, he's knocking on all the doors, and they're all like, the first one was like, "We're in here," and the second was like, "Oh, we're busy." So it's then the third was like, "Is that my husband?"
It's apartment buildings above the store that they're at.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a brothel or something. I was
going to make a joke like that, but also he needed to be in the last room because he needed the specific window to break. So unless not all their windows are fake.
Also, the standout character, Paul.
So I was just gonna say,
20%. We're going right now.
Shut up, because I want to say if they do make this movie, I'm gonna need about 20% more of Paul telling people that 20 stuff in the store is 20% off, because that's his
20% off everything.
Every reason. No, there one time he does say everything, but he's like, "You're a hero of this town, 20% off." Well, you need some salt.
20% off for all emergencies.
Yeah.
Your shovel looks bad.
Yeah.
But
I brought you this salt. Oh, thanks.
I don't know if you caught it. His horn when his truck is
Dixie.
whistling Dixie.
Yeah.
Whistling Dixie.
Yeah. I caught it. It was very loud.
Yeah. But yeah, he has a great moment where he drives into the snowman, Jack Frost, and with the horn, and yeah, he was the best character.
Yeah.
Also, Billy gets decapitated with a sled. Also, the kid, who was the kid that said whatever? Was that Billy?
I don't know.
Okay. Because never
I don't know.
Anyone. Also, Tommy, bad character.
Shannon Elizabeth, she never found out her family was murdered.
No,
she never goes home.
She finds out her brother was murdered.
Yeah.
He was decapitated.
And then she leaves because of that.
Yeah, and her dad's a dick.
Yeah.
And then her parents both die, and they're like, hey, where'd she go? Oh, and then
yeah, her mom probably couldn't have died. Like, it makes sense that the whole family died, but she probably shouldn't. Her mom seemed
nice.
Everyone in that family was mean except for the mom.
Yeah.
She was also a dimwit, though.
Yeah.
Like, because he's like, your son died 5 hours ago and you're sitting here. She just kind of bumbled about. She was kind of not.
And the one line where the dad's yelling about how his kid just died, and she's like, "I'm sorry, he's so short-tempered." It's
he's
like,
never been ill-tempered. Your
husband your fucking son just was decapitated. But yeah, so Shannon Elizabeth. Then there's also a weird scene where she convinces a guy to break into the sheriff's house to have sex, and it's like, why? What's the point of that? It made no sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably just didn't want to make another set.
I guess.
But they had her house.
Yeah.
But if she went home, it's a crime scene.
Exactly.
But she doesn't know that.
But it wasn't a crime scene, though, because technically the cop, the FBI agent wasn't an actual agent, so it wasn't technically a crime scene, if you know what I mean.
But if he wasn't an FBI agent, who was his cavalry? I think he was an FBI agent.
No, he wasn't, though.
He was working with the company.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Then how did he call in the whole cavalry?
He was just... They even said... Stone was like, we gotta call the company.
But they got actual cops there. Because remember, they were gonna have a helicopter drop.
Yeah, I don't think he was an FBI
Also,
agent.
did that snowstorm even happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Who fucking cares? But there's also a really dumb scene that they added where the wife goes back to her house for blankets, and then the pipe bursts underneath the water or underneath the sink, and I was like, oh, Jack Frost is coming in the house. No, it was just a pipe burst or a burst pipe, and then another deputy shows up and hits on the wife or something.
So he talks, and then she shuts his car door, and he's not done talking to her, and he goes, oh. So he walks around, opens his door, immediately continues to start. He gets in, shuts his door, it goes inaudible, but he's still just he's just talking the whole time. Then the scene ends as they drive off. It was a good movie. I would definitely, if I had a party, I'd throw this on.
I would definitely watch this again.
It's a party film.
Yeah.
I want as many people as possible. It was a horror film, so we kept the lights on. That's our rule. So we keep the lights on.
So you would have fallen asleep.
Yeah. I know.
But yeah, it was... I think it was more comedy than horror. Because because
they don't show a lot.
Yeah, and it is not scary in literally any way.
I'm excited for...
There is not a single scene.
I'm excited for Jack Frost 2. It's the most excited I've been about a Christmas sequel since Bad Santa 2. And I haven't even watched Bad Santa 2 yet. I
think the scariest moment of the entire movie was... Oh, we didn't even talk about this. The opening of the actual movie before even the... the thing. It's like a narration style where... The credits actually were pretty cool, where all the names were on ornaments. But... It's this little kid who's like, Uncle Billy or whatever, can you tell me a story? I want a scary story. And then he's telling the story of Jack Frost being a serial killer. And that, I think, is the scariest bit in the whole movie because he's being really aggressive with this very little kid.
She asked for it. And I like how it's present day because he's like, right now he's being taken. And
she's even like, I don't like this story. Please stop. And he's like, no, I'm not stopping. Yeah, it was just weird.
Yeah, he had some cool lyrics in there.
Yeah,
I would actually take that and make us some. See, he said Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack gouges eyes out with candlesticks.
Yeah,
and he had some other cool lines like that, like rhymes.
It's kind of like Sweeney Todd.
Yeah,
because Sweeney Todd makes pies out of dead people.
Really?
Yeah, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Rip Steven Sondheim or Sondheim.
Did he write that one?
Yeah, he wrote Sweeney Todd. He wrote all the lyrics I read.
Huh.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Sweeney Todd or
Sweeney Todd. The Tim Burton one.
Oh.
Also this one.
Jack Frost is good. I'm excited for the sequel next year.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Seems
Seems like we've really rounded out this video.
Well, the end of the movie is they drop Jack Frost in the truck bed of antifreeze.
Antifreeze, and then they refill the antifreeze and bury it, and then it shows the antifreeze come alive, and it stops. But
you told me antifreeze is edible.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Because, so the reason they find out that the antifreeze will kill him is because at the start of the movie, his kid makes these slush oats with marshmallows.
It's oatmeal with
marshmallows, and it looks disgusting.
It looks like the worst food I've ever seen.
Pesto with marshmallows. And he gives it to his dad, and he's like, here, take this with you. And then his dad tries to run away, and he's like, no, he would be upset if I didn't eat it. And so he throws it in his car, and then he doesn't ever eat it. But it's at the end of the movie, so
just tell your kid, oh, yum, it was delicious, I ate all of it.
They're escaping the car, and he just quickly grabs it and just smashes it across his face real quick, just as a laugh.
It starts, like, melting.
You know, when people throw it, and he melts, and he's like, what'd you put in those? He's like, well, I didn't want you to get cold. And he's like, what'd you put in those? He's like, antifreeze. And you were, like, audibly like, Jesus Christ. I was like, no, it's edible. Because when I
don't think you can just drink a glass of it.
You shouldn't, but you can. That's what I'm saying. If it,
comment down below. Would you drink antifreeze?
Supposedly it smells good. When you Googled it, one of the articles was, why does the antifreeze taste so good? I believe it.
That was from 2004, and then all the other articles were from 2008. So this was some guy 4 years before it was released that it is edible.
Are any of our subscribers in a position that they know of antifreeze? Like, comment below if you know. It's like they're just
I don't know. Maybe they're a scientist.
I feel like we know.
But yeah, I think we've covered everything in this movie.
It was a good one, though.
It was very fun.
I could watch it again right now.
I'm glad we got around to this one.
Could you watch it again right now? I could.
Not right now, but tomorrow I definitely could.
This is the outro. It's probably do the outro. Like this, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and hit that notification jingle bell so you get us all the time. Especially this month, it's free and it doesn't change your mind.
Yeah, you get a bunch of videos this year.
Yeah.
Or this month. I meant to say. You get a bunch of videos every year.
Coming and it won't be long. This is clearly a Christmas song. It started with some sleigh bells and I played some chords. And then I played some bells like this. Doon, doon, doon. Now all I gotta do is say some Christmas things. Like reindeer, eggnog, Christmas cheer this year.
Is that a real song?
Yeah.
Who's that by?
Tony Thaxton.
Oh, really?
I'll play for you.
Oh, okay. I'm Bat Tracy. All my socials are down there. Go follow me on TikTok. It's what I'm most active on now.
Could you imagine I just ad-libbed that?
Yeah, that's why I was like, what is this?
I've been like stalking my man Instagram's change. He's a jerk and I
was your Hanukkah song something?
I wrote that one.
Okay.
It's Hanukkah, let's swing the dreidel. That's mine. I wrote that. I've been like stalking my man Instagram's change. He's a jerk and I tweeted it all. Check out my TikTok at Kesha Was Taken, the best username you'll find on TikTok.
I'm way more active on TikTok.
Yeah, I have something to make. I just never have time. I want to do a bit where I do like notebook-esque scenes.
Are you gonna do your unrealistic Christmas gift you want for this year on TikTok?
What is that? Is that a trend?
It's a trend going around. I made one.
Mine would be my chair.
Mine's pretty sad.
It's not unrealistic. Who are we?
Punk Rock Blues. You can follow us on everything at Punk Rock Blues.
And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. Check us a buck or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8.
Or 8,000.
No, we're not at that day yet. God, can we even do that many? Are we even alive for 8,030 days of September? No. December?
No. Amazon. How long is 8,000 days?
8,000 days is 21 years and 11 months.
Oh, we'll definitely be alive.
So I've been alive for 8,000. What is it, 20 years, 1 year's in? How many days?
Amazon. Repeat.
8,000 days is 21 years and 11 months.
11 months.
You're
so I'm a
there.
couple months out from 8,000 days. Wow.
I've lived 8,000 days.
Yeah.
The next one's over there.
Oh, okay.
I bought a bunch for next year. Well, I'll have to show you.
We have so much. Have you bought the ones in our list that are for this year yet?
No, I'm working on it.
Okay. Some of them are like running out. Next tomorrow is Santa's Boot Camp. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.
Bye.